My brother's widow hasn't worked in over a year, so I stopped giving her money. Now she's threatening to sue me. My family is very close-knit and we all live around each other. 1 year ago, tragedy struck as my cousin passed away in a car accident. He was hit by a drunk driver who completely devastated our lives. The one who took it the hardest was my cousin's wife, Monica. She was left with 4 kids that she was supposed to raise alone. Too bad she pushed all that responsibility to someone else. I might sound really mean, but let me explain. After the news came, Monica completely shut down. When my wife visited her 2 days in, we discovered that the house was stinking and the kids were starving. We brought her and her kids over to my house and fed them some food. My cousin and his family were living in a house owned by me and would pay me rent on a monthly basis. But even when Monica went back, I didn't charge her anything as I understood that she was suffering. I even gave her some allowance because at the time, I thought this was the only way I could help her since I couldn't share her pain. However, from then on began a saga of me and my wife taking care of her like she was a child. I also had 2 kids of mine, so in total we had to take care of 6 kids, which is not easy at all. My wife had to wake up early in the morning to prepare everyone's meals. I had to sacrifice my working hours to take them to appointments and various school events. I also, on many occasions, served as a shoulder to cry on for Monica. Speaking of which, she refused to go out and look for a job, or even help around the house. She had fallen into deep depression, and would ignore anything I would try to tell her. I got her kids into therapy, completely paid by me, to avoid there being any lasting damage on their mental health. However, when I offered the same to Monica, she refused, saying that she didn't trust any therapist to help her. My wife tried talking to her, saying that doing some chores might help her come out of her shell, but it was to no avail. This went on for over a year, for a F-king year. She never does any cooking or cleaning. Her kids miss her. They feel like they lost their mother the same day they lost their dad, and it's heartbreaking to look at them. Raising 4 kids on top of my own 2 isn't sustainable at all for me. I was well off and could afford it, but then one of my income sources became a drain for my savings. It has been taxing not only emotionally and mentally, but also financially. Last month, I finally decided that enough was enough. I know that there is no timer on grief, but she is a mother and needs to take her responsibilities seriously. I sat her down and was very empathetic towards her. I told her that I am once again willing to pay for her therapy, as well as help her find a job. She just started crying and saying that she can't do anything without her husband. But I wasn't backing down this time. I told her that she doesn't have a choice. Her kids need their mother back. I also said that I can't give her allowance anymore because I can't afford to. However, I did give her a choice. If she can get an appointment with a therapist as well as a job within her week, then I won't take her allowance away and still take care of the kids. I also gave her a slight warning that child services might get involved if she won't start taking care of her kids. I just wanted her to start showing some effort towards the future and not keep relying on others, but she ended up taking it the wrong way entirely. She called me a stuck-up jerk and ran out crying. I ran towards her house and rang the doorbell, telling her that we shouldn't end the conversation there, but she didn't answer. A whole week passed without her saying another word to me or my wife. She also stopped coming over, so we didn't know if she or her kids were eating properly anymore. I was really worried, and then I received a letter in the mail. It was from a lawyer claiming that Monica was willing to sue me. That sentence sounded so ridiculous in my head that I had to do a double check. Apparently, she was claiming that I have emotionally abused her this past year, and now I was threatening to take away the custody of her children as well as her house without any prior notice. I should say that I did none of those things. I knew she was still hurting by the loss of my cousin, but I gently reminded her that her world hadn't yet ended. However, this decision of filing a lawsuit against me has completely changed my opinion of her. I don't even know what to do anymore. I tried contacting my own lawyer, and he said that the letter is real. I want to risk it and call her bluff, but I'm also thinking of her kids, who need someone to take care of them if their mother is going to start neglecting them to focus on the court case.